A loss stings about twice as hard as the same size gain feels good. That's not weakness. It's one quirk in the machine your brain uses to decide almost everything. This one quirk quietly steers your money, your time, your judgment calls. And it's just the start. In Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman mapped the hidden machinery behind these decisions. We'll animate the classic experiments in our own words and show you the gears. Start with the engine. Kahneman splits thinking into two systems. System 1 is fast and automatic. It reads a face, dodges a ball, finishes 2 plus 2 before you notice, running on its own with almost no effort. System 2 is the slow one. It does the demanding work, long division, filling a tax form, weighing a real choice. Picture two characters sharing one head. System 1 is quick, instinctive, always talking. System 2 is deliberate, careful, and lazy. It would rather stay quiet. Here's the catch. System 2 tires easily, so most of the time it lets System 1 answer and just nods along. That saves energy. It also means shortcuts run the show. And when the fast system takes shortcuts, those shortcuts quietly bend our judgment. That two-system split is the foundation everything else is built on. Now watch what those shortcuts do to feeling. System 1 reacts on instinct, and it's wired to fear losing more than it loves winning. The pain of losing something feels about twice as intense as the pleasure of an equal gain. Imagine a simple scale. Gain $100 and the good side lifts a little. Lose that same $100 and the bad side crashes down, twice as far. Same amount, wildly uneven weight. This is loss aversion, and it's automatic. You don't choose it. It's why people cling to a losing stock or keep a bad subscription just to avoid the sting of admitting the miss. Which raises a sneaky question. If a feeling can distort a number, can a random number distort a feeling? Yes, and here's the proof. Give the mind any number, even a meaningless one, and it drifts toward it. Kahneman ran a Wheel of Fortune rigged to stop on either 10 or 65. Right after, people guessed what share of African countries sit in the UN. Those who saw 10 guessed around 25%. Those who saw 65 guessed around 45%. Same question, but a spin of a rigged wheel dragged the answers wildly apart. This is anchoring. The first number sets a stake in the ground, and every later guess ties itself to that stake. So how do people fight it? One move is to remove the anchor entirely. Salary history bans stop employers from asking your old pay, so an outdated number can't quietly pull down the new offer. The trade-off: it blocks one anchor, not every anchor, and enforcement varies. Time for the trap that eats your calendar. We badly underestimate how long things take, even when past experience screams otherwise. Kahneman studied students finishing a thesis. Their average guess was about 34 days. The real average came in near 56. That gap is the planning fallacy, hope wearing the mask of a schedule. Watch the timeline. The bar you plan shrinks tidy and short, then reality stretches it far past the edge. So what do careful teams do? One fix is the outside view. Instead of estimating from inside your own optimism, you look at how similar past projects actually turned out and adjust to match. Another is the pre-mortem. Before you start, imagine the plan already failed a year from now and write down why. The trade-off: both take time and only help if people actually act on what surfaces. Here's where it all clicks. Loss aversion anchoring the planning fallacy. They aren't three unrelated flaws. They're the same thing, system 1 running unchecked. The fast system answers before the slow one bothers to check its work. So loss is hurting twice as much isn't a personal weakness. It's the brain's automatic wiring, shared by nearly everyone. The practical move is simple to say, hard to do. Slow down and wake system 2 for the decisions that matter. Ask, what number is anchoring me, and is this feeling steering the math? One honest caveat: the book isn't flawless. Its chapter on priming, nudging behavior with subtle background cues, mostly failed when others retested it, and Kahneman himself admitted the problem. So here's the one thing to carry out. You can't delete these biases, they're built in. But you can catch them by noticing the moment your gut answers too fast. When money, time, or a big call is on the line, pause and ask a single question. Is my quick answer really the thinking or just the fast system talking? That pause is system 2 clearing its throat. Naming the bias out loud is often enough to loosen its grip. Noticing the fast system is the whole first defense. Next, we'll open the box on how a habit physically wires itself into your brain. The loop your fast system runs on autopilot. This is information, not financial or career advice, so do your own research.